On September 2nd, 2017, Patrick Ponce became the world record single holder in 3x3 with a solve time of 4.69 seconds.
What?
I think it's pretty clear to see that he is a good cuber.
Yeah, Patrick, let's go! Yeah!
At Florida Spring Cubing Qualifiers, I got my first sub 20 average. I was practicing a lot, making good habits. I was kind of being coached by a friend to be better at practicing. At that point, I was a good cuber. At For the Love of Cubing 2017, fellow Florida cuber Matthew broke his sub 40 barrier for average, and he got a sub 32 single, both of which smashed his PBs from before. He's a good cuber. So what's the point? What am I trying to say? Is everyone a good cuber? Does it have no meaning? Not quite. There are a few different ways to define good. Just like justice, just like loyalty, everything is subjective. Every term has different meanings to different people. My personal beliefs, and there are a few people who share this, is that there are kind of two camps on being good at cubing. There's the empirical and the interpersonal, which we'll cover in this video. What does it mean to be empirically good at cubing? Well, first, what does empirical mean? It means measurable, it means definable, scientific. It's the measurable side of being good at cubing. It means getting good times at competition. It means doing well compared to yourself, getting good averages. It doesn't mean being Patrick Ponce, doesn't mean being Mats Vog, doesn't mean being Felix Zemdegs, it doesn't mean getting all kinds of world records, podiuming every time. No, because then only a few people can really be good. There are plenty of people who are good at cubing, there are a few people who are the best, but being good is being good compared to yourself. Competitions are not about the other people, competition is about yourself. So if you average well compared to how you used to, if you get new PBs at every competition, that means you're good. If you practice, if you do a certain number of solves a day, if you improve on what you were doing, that's being good. It's not about what others are doing, it's about being your personal best. Now that can go a lot of motivational ways, but this is a video about Rubik's Cube, so I'm not going to go that direction. I argue, however, that more important to being a good cuber is being interpersonally good. What does this mean? This means that congratulations if you get a bunch of podiums, world records, personal bests, but who cares if you're a sucky person? Interpersonally good means being valuable to the community, being worthwhile to have around, not being a jerk, not bullying. I've been in the cubing community for 2 years and I've seen actual bullying, I've seen criticism, I've seen elitism in there. I see it everywhere, but cubing as well. And there are a few instances that come to mind, the most specific one being the Meteor cubing incident. In May of 2016, a cuber posted a video of the Big Apple 2016 competition on his channel Meteor Cubing. He was shown twisting corners on his puzzle, which is not a legal way to solve your puzzle in the WCA rules. So a bunch of people made comments like, hey, you should quit cubing. Hey, you're bad. Hey, you're an idiot. Hey, kill yourself. These were completely inappropriate comments to make. People were hiding under the whole, hey, I'm just trying to let him know what he's doing wrong kind of ruse. While you should be aware of the rules before you start attending competitions, and the rules are freely available on the WCA website, some of what the people were doing is not okay. They were just using this justification of, oh, I'm letting him know what he was doing wrong, as a shallow justification for just bullying a child on the internet. Our community, one who insists that members are newly welcomed and we love teaching people and we love people knowing about our hobby, bullied a kid who didn't know what he was doing. There were a few good examples of that incident. There were people who were apologizing to him on behalf of the community. There were people who were explaining the exact rule to him, people who were trying to put it in a nice way. Another example even branches outside the cubing community proper. Every time there's a new world record, it's posted to YouTube, and a lot of times that video will become trending. So you'll see people commenting, hey, he looked at it first. Hey, he had some time to look at it before he solved. That time should be included. Hey, he's cheating. A lot of people don't know about the inspection rule. At any competition, you have 15 seconds to look at the puzzle before you begin the solve. That's a general rule, and that's how we categorize world records. A lot of people don't know that. So I've seen people going into the comment section and teaching and explaining that rule saying, hey, this is how we do things, this is how every world record's been, this is how it's always been. Those are good people. Those people know that it's a teaching moment when there is someone who shows some ignorance. It's not an opportunity to make them be less of a person, it's an opportunity to teach them something a little bit more. Cubing, as such an intellectual and skillful hobby, does and should have a huge focus on teaching, on helping people to understand it. Being a good cuber isn't just having the best times, or being sub 20, sub 15, sub 4 average or whatever, some ridiculous total. It doesn't mean being Felix Zemdegs, it means being a good person. It means helping the community grow, helping it to be a less toxic place, and helping teach others. It's a skill of knowledge, so why not spread that knowledge? Just be a good cuber. Don't be a jerk.